because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. They'll get this up to about the 44.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run it again with Chubb.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week, but they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
They run for it with Hunt. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
I don't believe that that was called right here in the moment. I believe this was called during practice this week, that he was going to decide to be aggressive even on his own side of the field.
Just you mean because it's the opening drive, maybe they had this scripted?
I think that he just talked about it with his team and said, listen, I'm confident in you. If we end up in this situation, we'll go for it early just to set a tone in this game.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. They go with Chubb on 2nd down, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
To throw is Watson. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
York able to send this one through, and the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. Well, they had the great field position to start that opening drive. They only get 3 out of it, but still they get 3, so maybe kind of a win for the offense, Charles, and kind of a win for the defense as well.
Yeah, I would say win-win seems to sum the whole thing up because where that ball was placed to start, that's tough on a defense, and they held them to 3. Now, if you're the offense, you're thinking to yourselves, how do we open up the playbook later on in this game and turn this 3 into 6s down the stretch?
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Tua. And going deep for Hill. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's third and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just shut something down and pump the football.
And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Tackle made there by Eric Rowe. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's second and 3. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up second and 12. Back to throw, Watson. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. A couple of plays set him the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down.
Partner, I think that play echoed a short yardage run. I know they were backed up against their own goal line, but when they stack the defensive line like that, if you find any type of a crease, you're up to the 3rd level before you know it.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell in. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Watson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. A good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And that is no good. No good. Wide to the left. And that will keep this a 3-point game.
Wow, that qualifies as a bad miss because anything inside of 40 should be automatic. That's a big mistake right there.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And how about this, a fake? Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Off of play action, it's Watson. That is caught at the 7. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. And Chubb will try the middle here. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Deshaun Watson finding Amari Cooper as his guys are able to extend their lead. Now Cade York for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Taken from about the 12. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least 1 practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked.
QB sneak on the 2-point try. That's something they usually do when the ball's about 3 inches away from the goal line, but here they get it from 2 yards out.
Yeah, that's a lot of confidence, isn't it? And your offensive line, especially the guys in the interior, the center, and the 2 guards, to wedge some space for a quarterback to get there from 2 yards out. I'm with you. Normally, it's really short yardage. That one, that was a gutsy play.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Here's Watson. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. After the turnover, it's Tua. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
From the 38, Tua. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half.
Ready, break. 52 blaster, opposite, Reese.
Tua, a final shot before half. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line.
Okay, ready?
On play action, here's Tua. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A gain there of 30 big ones.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
2 to throw again. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short, definitely was a great time to dial one up.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given them a lot to think about, a lot of different looks.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception, and we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
The Browns drive about to get started. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Watson. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Better need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Back to throw now in his own end zone. This complete to David Bell. And he's going to get this up to the 24-yard line. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. On 1st and 10, Watson. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Watson. And he'll get this one to Cooper, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Oh, this will frustrate a coach right here. The flag is out before they get off the extra point, and this is going to be a delay of game. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Now from 5 yards further back, this becomes a 37-yard extra point attempt. And it's no good. He missed it wide to the left. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. taken from about the 12. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. Third quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On third down, here comes Mostert. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Play action. Now it's Tua. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill, 54 yards. And the Dolphins are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Sanders now to kick this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score. But bottom line, they are still on top with the football. And a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 31. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll run for for it. Here's Chubb. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run, the best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Yeah, boy, that's going to be close. He didn't get much at all there, but he got the first. Look. Held him defensively, but the referee signals it will be a first down. Again, Watson to keep it. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
He's going to air one out. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are right back in this football game. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. And that's intercepted yet again. And that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by John Johnson. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Ready?
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he will be out of bounds after a nice pickup. And that will also lead us to the 2-minute warning.
Here we go.
Now Tua on the bootleg here. Rolling to his right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Here we go.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Tua to throw. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 20-yard line. 15 yards there on the catch and run. Tua. It's a slant to Hill. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads him into the end zone.
Throw, 52.
Here's Tua. And it's caught. So pass interference, the call there. Always, obviously, Charles, such a subjective call. You agree with the penalty?
Well, from where we're standing right now, I think the officials are tightening things up here in the second half. Maybe a defender gets away with that in the first, but this time the flag comes out, and I think it's a good call.
Now Tua. And this will be caught. Touchdown. So in the final minute here, now a 2-point conversion will tie the game.
The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have two to possibly take this to overtime.
So now a big play here as the Dolphins will go for the 2. They're going to try and run for it, and he's not going to get there. The defense able to come up with a big stop, and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.